All right. Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Today is the 24th of November, 2020. Let's go ahead and get started with the ES futures. First things first, let's just go ahead and talk about what we're seeing, what time frame I'm using, what our targets are, what possible entries, and also possible direction here. So first thing we want to note, you can see here we do have lower highs still that are continuing with higher lows. So the way I like to look at this, we're currently in a down range, but moving up higher lows. We need to take out this high here, the one that I identified yesterday. It is in the red box. We are moving in that direction. We have tested this box already consistently. Okay, notice the inside and down over here. We have tested this a few times. A lot of times, 3 times could be the charm. If we can move up into this area, it's very, very important that you understand underneath this red box that's been here for 2 weeks, there is the trendy edge. This is resistance. We are getting higher on the curve far as the weekly is concerned. Okay. As we get closer to higher on the curve, we start to back off and think about the positions, what's in our shopping cart, start taking profits and so forth. Now, the caveat to this is that we have tested this several times. All right, so the idea is every time we test it, it becomes weaker and weaker. So on the bull thesis, we would like to see price break through this resistance, hold this resistance, make higher highs, and develop into a possible move into the ATH, all-time high. Okay, so that is the bull thesis. On the downside, okay, for some reason we get higher on the curve. Don't fret, don't get too concerned unless this rally here, okay, right in this area, all of this, if it can hold about 40%, who cares? Okay, let it pull back and so forth. Let's talk about possible entries today. We're going to go to a smaller time frame. All right, and I'm going to go down even further here. This could be a nice gap and go. We'll see. All right, so the first thing I see here on a 30-minute is this larger candle, this one right here. So if price were to move back into this area at or around the line in the sand, I would be looking to get long. There's a couple different ways we can look at it. If for some reason it pulls all the way back. Again, you don't have to buy the falling knife. You can kind of wait for it to reclaim up here. And that's where I like to take the MES and then trade this to the upside. Okay, back up into what we call the PMZ. All right, so this area right in here, just check it out on your 30-minute. Let's go ahead and move on and talk about some names really quick. TSLA. All right, so here we are, just pulling back just a tad. I am in the money on these, so 540 by 545. All right, what we'd like to see this morning, I'm going to take you into a smaller time frame. Okay, just like this. I'm not sure how that happened. Give me 1 second, sorry. There we go. All right, here's TSLA. All right, I'm going to take this line in the sand. Let's go ahead and just mark it here. We're going to come up just a little bit. And I want to make sure, again, that it can hold about 40% or so. So 538.13 needs to hold. If we can hold 538.13, even if we break down below it, okay, just like I showed you on the ES, if we break down below, look for the reclaim. Check the broad market, whether you like to look at the ES futures, the NASDAQ futures, whether you're looking at trend and so forth. That's up to you. All right. Maybe you're looking at the advancers. If we reclaim on here and the market is going bid, buyers are stepping in. 538.13 is going to be that support level. And then I'm looking to trade to the upside. Now, me personally, I'm already in this trade. So the way that I look at this, 538 holds, I'm looking for 556. Okay, keep it simple. If we start to break down below this 538.13, this can be resistance and price could come back into this little gap area here around 530. That's Tesla. Let's go ahead and take a look at COTY. Currently in this trade as well. Most of these right before open are probably going to pull back just a tad. The idea, again, from cash close yesterday, can it hold above about 40%? If it does, then most likely this is going to be a gap up and go. If it cannot, then look for it to come back about 61.8% or so of this morning's gap up. All right. So here we are. The way that I'd like to see this, if we could take out the pre-market high, I'm looking for 791 and possibly in the eights for today's close. If we pull back, look for 718 to hold, and that's it. Next one, BABA. Also in this trade, up about $6 or $7 this morning. You could see, don't pay attention to these wicks, nothing to look at. Okay, so right here, same thing, pullbacks right into open. Look to see if we can hold about 40%. Once we take out the pre-market highs, if we do that, look for the targets above 280. Anything above 280, looking for 288. My bigger midterm price target on this is 288 to 300 in the next couple weeks. As far as this week is concerned, 270, 13 needs to hold, and you can see how strong this level is currently, and that is a trendy edge. Let's go ahead and move on to PayPal. All right, here's PayPal. It's hardly up. It's really flat. I kind of like that. I'd like to see it digest here at or around 198 to the high of 202, maybe for today and tomorrow, and then possibly a nice breakout into Friday. All right, into 206, 210 area. So again, if you want to identify that area, it's really easy. Look at this trend about right here. I don't want to see it come past. You can see there's a VWAP in here. We could just put a box in here if you like, right about there. I don't want to see it past this box. What I'd like to see is that it's going to just move sideways in here, okay, right in here. All right, and then we'll look for, Friday possibly into 206, 210. It could happen today as well. Is it open on Friday or is it Thursday afternoon? Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and move on here. TWLO. I have some bonus charts I want to look at as well. TWLO, I put this out yesterday as well. This is only up about $1 or two. You could see nice consolidation for the last couple days. I love this when we have a nice trending stock. Let's go to a 4-hour so you can see something a little bit better. There we go. So we're starting this ascent here from the trendy edge. Look at that support. Beautiful. All right, and then for the last couple days, if we go over to the daily chart, you're going to see right here that we're just kind of consolidating in this area. A nice push above these 305.75 level. I believe we can move into 318 and 330. Timing is the variable. As of right now, the weekly ATR is about $30. So that does give you a good idea that you're probably looking at a week to 2 weeks if the higher lows and higher highs continue within the down range. Just so that you understand, this is what I mean by down range. And we're moving up in that down range. Okay. All right, so let's move over to FTX. It's a very nice trade as well. All right, we said the ACDC, we gave you this last week. Looking for a move into the trendy edge here at or around 288. You can see price is at 288. So this is a resistance area. Let me go ahead and draw this for you though. You could see a really nice breakout if we can get above here. Go ahead and set your alerts. I would actually set the alert here above the trendy edge, which is where we are today. So look for that level to hold, 288.5. If 288.5 can hold, look for the move into the ATH at around 293. 293 breaks, look for the round number at around 300. All right, very nice trade right there. All right, and then we're going to go over here. I want to show you IWM and DIA really quick. It's very important because when I did the video and pushed it out the last 2 weeks, I told you that DIA and IWM were really looking strong, right? And so these guys are kind of leading, all right? They're leading, the Qs are lagging, the ES is just kind of sluggish, in my opinion, all right? So these guys are leading. So pay attention to your top 10 holdings underneath DIA and IWM. Pay attention to those. Those are the stocks that are going to be moving. So here we are, we're breaking out, all right? 180.3, okay? So it's easy. I've gone over this several times. As we break over the neutral, look to go long. As we get above the targets, these are now support. 180.3 holds, looking for 182.72. Guess what? We're at 182.95. Let's go into the 4-hour, and you can see it here. So the way this works, when we're extended like this, I don't want to be, you want to be somewhere between the 2-hour and the 4H for intraday trading just for this week. Okay, it's a shorter week. So pay attention to the 4H here. Mid support here is at or around 180.30. As long as 182.72 can hold, looking for 185.54. That's IWM. Let's go ahead and take a look at DIA. Same thing here. The difference though is DIA is moving into the trendy edge, which is resistance. Look, I can't make this stuff up. Also, very, very clean, easy trade using the methodology. And yes, I said easy. As soon as it moves over the neutral, take the trade, looking for targets into 296.98 and then into 299.12. Notice the trendy edge is here. Notice it is resistance. Set alert above here. Very easy. Create alert at or above. Once price can break this, I'll be looking to see if price can move. I would give it at least a 2H. This is on a 4H. Give it at least a 2H 9 EMA as my risk. And then I'm looking for this area right in here, just for a nice quick intraday trade. And again, from here, if we start to break out, I will give new targets to the upside. Okay. Again, today, nice tip here on the gap ups. Look to see if they can hold 40% of that level. If they can, give it a little bit of time. Probably, if you just can't wait, give it about 10 to 30 minutes to see if it can hold and get above. Use that as support, and then look for those targets to the side, to the left side, and to the targets I've already provided. Okay. All right, so other than those, let's go ahead and go over a few trades that you guys might be looking at. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's getting really excited for Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving, whatever's going on in your house. I hope that you're able to spend some time, whether it's in person or maybe you're doing a Thanksgiving on Zoom. I know, it's crazy times. All right, let's go over here and look at BA. Also put this trade out in the room yesterday as well. And we could see here, as long as 212 was holding, looking for a move into the trendy edge. I give you this little target here. You can see it's actually moved right into the trendy edge pretty close. This is resistance, folks. So if you didn't buy this, I wouldn't be rushing in at the moment. All right. I believe a lot of our traders in here already took this trade. And again, this is resistance up here around 219 and a half. If 219 and a half, just like the last scenario I showed you, okay, this is resistance until proven otherwise. If we can hold 219 and a half, look for 223, possibly into that 226, 227 area. Okay, that's BA. All right, let's take a look at Roku. Okay, also these were extension targets. We've blown through all of them, folks. All right, and this was pretty straightforward. This was our neutral. Go long above here. And last target here is 284. I would expect it to settle down just a tad. All right, let's go ahead and look at Netflix. And all these FANG stocks just kind of doing their thing, not doing much at all. This one has been in this area for several weeks now, right through here. So we are underneath the trendy edge. We know that's resistance, right? So really, this trade on Netflix, you're really speculating here. And if you're trying to take a trade here, in my opinion, you do it with spreads so you can sell some premium, right? And maybe to the upside. And if you're wrong, you buy back the short side and you stay long, right? That's the way I would approach these right now because we're under resistance points. So again, we teach about that. You can come check us out and we'll look at that. But basically what I would be doing, just me selling and then buying, okay? So a spread. And if I'm wrong and it starts to move in my favor above my trendy edge, then I buy this back, okay? And it gets rid of this. And then I just have this naked directional to the long side. That's the best way, in my opinion, right now, instead of trying to forecast and think that it's going to move. Or you just sit back, you set an alert. If it gets over one of your levels, then you could look to be getting long, okay? All right, let's go over here to Amazon. I keep joking about the Bezos level. I drew this on here, a week and a half ago, 2 weeks, and you can see it really is the Bezos level, right? The trendy edge, you can see, is also support. It has been several times. So the best way to trade Amazon, if you're just intraday trading, is off of these levels. We're the best, so lower on the curve. Price comes down in trendy edge, look to go long. Typically, when I trade Amazon on intraday, $10 to $15 stop, and then I'm moving up to the upside. Same thing here. And then here, 3110. This is going to be your line in the sand, or as I said, the Bezos line. If it can hold this, then possibly it can move up into this tight range around 3130 to 3140. We do have a little bit of resistance up at 3159. Okay. Now, I personally bought some calls out 50 plus days on Amazon. I did spreads. It's lower risk, but also giving me some time. And again, looking for the trade to the upside. All right. All right. So other than that, anybody have anything they want me to take a look at? If not, then that's going to be a really quick morning. We'll get ready. And of course, again, on up days, remember the psychology of trading. We get to these upper levels. We are high on the curve. All right. And as we approach this, they like to kind of pull it back right before open most of the time, just to kind of get you into the mind frame that maybe I shouldn't buy, right? And then as you're thinking and as you have that deer in the headlights, market keeps moving and then you feel like you've waited too long and it's very difficult to trade. This is why technical traders have levels on their charts, because it's a if this then that scenario. It makes it a lot more mechanical in the approach of trading, right? Price goes over something, hey, I'm going long. Always know what your number is. Where's your stop? Where's your target? Where's your entry? We could teach you that. Come check us out at trendytrading.co. Have a great day.